Hi. Didn't see you come in there. Welcome to the MacPack podcast. It's Friday. It's episode 103 and we're in for a great night. A great morning. I was here last week. Who's going to be this week? No one knows, and you're going to have to wait till the end of the episode to find out. But until then, we've got some great stuff coming up for you. I hope you enjoy. We're the MacPack, we're the boys.
We're the MacPack, we're the boys. We're the MacPack, we're the boys. We're the MacPack, we're the boys. We're the MacPack, we're the boys.
Just cut on one of those claps.
G'day and welcome to the MacPack podcast.
We're back.
My name's Shane McKenna, and to my left this week, in order of the biggest fan of the Queen that we have here on the panel, it's my little brother Joe. How are you, boy?
Jake, I'm feeling fantastic, and I feel like we've got a great episode because it's what the Queen would have wanted.
And to my right, coming in at 6'1", as he does each and every week, it's the baby brother of the pack. Who we call Junior Boy. Junior Boy, how are you?
That's right, us boys have an article of black on tonight to commemorate the late, great Lizzie.
We do. Plus, we discuss the pies off the top as we march forward to our preliminary final. Apple have released a brand new phone.
Another one.
They just keep bunging them out. We also asked the question, did Harry Styles spit on Chris?
Chris Pine.
He's dropping loogies.
Pine. And we also play a game of Oh Hi Mark, which we haven't played in many, many a year.
We're bringing it back.
It's a massive bet. So let's get into it. Boys,
Brother Mingo.
How are we all? Are we all well?
I'm feeling good.
Fantastic.
Pies are in the prelim.
Pies are in the prelim.
Pies are in the prelim. What a game.
Two more games to go.
Hopefully. I don't know if you guys can remember, but I've got tickets to the old big dance.
Oh,
Tickets
shit.
to the GF. Yeah, so one more game, and then you'll know for sure if the team is in.
If we beat Sydney in Sydney, I'm going to the Pies grand final.
Must
at the
be nice.
MCG.
What would you rate your confidence going in?
Oh, that's a good question. I'll say a 7.
7 out
Is
of
it high?
100. That's not good.
It's going to be tough to beat Sydney in Sydney, but the hope is definitely there.
Yeah, what about coming into the game against Freo? How are you feeling for that? Freo just had probably the biggest game, the biggest win of their...
A genuine 9.5. That was...
Oh,
We were going to have a genuine mare, I reckon, to lose that.
Yep, for sure.
So...
Could go anyway this Saturday. Any game could go anyway. That's the fun part about footy.
That's very fun about finals. You boys come around on Friday night and we watched Richmond play Melbourne.
Yes.
no, Brisbane.
Sorry, yeah, what did I say?
You said Richmond. Brisbane.
Play Melbourne.
Currently
Brisbane.
one of my favourite teams, actually. I'm a Bris head. What can I say?
He's a Brishead.
Is it Brisbane?
I got my favourite character, Barry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was getting into fights. I love it. I love when people get
He's
into fights.
currently not playing next week.
Because of the eye
Because
gouge.
of the eye gouge
incident.
setup.
But he got voted the MVP.
Player of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't get MVP without gouge a few eyes. That's what I always say. You got that on a T-shirt coming.
So that just went to show that finals is a completely different ball game, and two halves of a game can be vastly different and have pretty telling impacts on the rest of the season.
That's
I know.
it.
So we're all going to be, all the MacPack will be, well, most of the MacPack I would say would be Freo fans coming from Perth.
Of course.
Freo or West Coast. But now their teams are gone. So the MacPack, what's that? Sorry. Oh, there's some room on the Magpie bandwagon. Yeah, that's right. We've got tickets on the bandwagon for all MacPack fans. Feel free to jump on. Message us. We'll tell you some of the players' names.
Do you know who I think won't be bandwagoning, Joe?
Who?
One of my uni tutors.
Ooh.
He's a massive fan of the Mighty Dockers. Every single week at uni, he's always talking about, you guys see the game on the weekend? 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 Always talking about the Dockers. And I told him on Friday, I said, sir, I'm actually a Pie supporter, so we're going up against each other this week. And he was like, oh, we'll see how we go next week. And then, so on Friday, I've actually got a presentation. That's the first time I've seen him since the game. I'm thinking of wearing my Pies colours in.
Yeah.
That's bold. You'll
What?
definitely be doing the assessment again, I reckon.
Oh.
Bit of a repeat sesh.
Nah, it's a good way to stick it. It's a power move, you know. It's like, I'm not doing anything mean. I'm just saying, I'm better than you.
Yeah, and especially going for Collingwood, one of the not liked teams of the comp by the general public. So it is one of these things you just got to keep it. You sort of keep it to yourself a bit.
I have noticed there's a growing group of... We often do this Collingwood in September. I always see a lot more Collingwood fans out than I've seen in any other month previous.
Yeah.
Especially in WA, because everyone sort of keeps a low profile, and then the next thing you know, there's a
we're
bit of
actually
success.
doing all right.
Yeah, and everyone's all of a sudden comes out the woodwork and goes, no, we don't actually go for
I
it.
was at Metro's Freo on the weekend, the biggest nightclub in Fremantle.
Yep.
A lot of Pies jerseys. A
What?
lot of Pies jerseys walking
Rubbing
around
it in.
Metro's Freo. Yes, pretty bold move. I liked it though. I had my scarf.
I have to say, obviously I
weren't
wanted
jerseys.
Collingwood to win. They're my team, but I was just imagining like if Freo wins, when Freo does eventually win the GF, like going out in Freo that night would be off the charts. I reckon it'd be
Mum and I will be
literally-
going out in Collingwood, mate. We'll be absolutely tearing it up. If the
hell
players
yeah,
get
yeah. You're hitting the clubs while you're in.
Yeah, you got to find where the boys are going, and then hit up wherever they're going.
Or the players, you mean?
Yeah.
That could be on.
That would be
Yes.
kicking on. You and Mum.
You and Mum, yeah.
Will
Crowd
be large.
surfing
So
with
if you
all
are,
the
if you're
boys.
backing it, if you're looking to back a team with only 4 teams remaining,
2 weeks.
we welcome you to the Collingwood community.
Fuck yes.
Take everyone we can get at this point. So who wins Friday night? Just quick tips. We've got Geelong, Brisbane.
Oh well, Geelong is the safe choice, but I got to go with my new team, Brisbane.
I like it.
I'd love to see a Brisbane Collingwood final.
So you're back in.
Brisbane and
Brisbane?
Collingwood, the underdogs.
I think Geelong. I just don't see. I don't think Brisbane are a good football
Is
side.
it
I think
at-
they've done really well to get to this point, but anyway,
And obviously on Saturday we think
Collingwood.
the fights.
That's
are
what
gonna
Collingwood-
take.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
What else could happen?
I usually barrack for Chad Warner.
Yep.
Not on this occasion.
Not this week.
Not
No.
on this occasion.
Chadwick. What
Should
else
be
is
good fun.
happening on the weekend? We've got some plans booked in.
Yes,
mate.
we do.
Big plan.
You finally convinced me to come and play golf.
We're
Why are
going
we
to
playing golf?
It does look like we're going to be playing golf.
It's been a while since we've had golf chat on the pod. It's been replaced by footy chat, but the season is almost over.
Correct.
So golf chat is soon to be coming back.
Yes,
And that's right. You footheads, you're gonna have to rest.
So it would appear that we are off to play golf at the Street X Golf Day.
Yes.
It's pretty exciting.
Fucking hell.
Fantastic.
I
Gonna
like
be hitting a fair few into the bushes, I think. It's gonna be. Usually I play golf and it's embarrassing just going with you, Jakey boy, but having a bit of a, posse to go with.
And
would
what's
be even more embarrassing?
It's a proper competition, right?
You can win a fair bit, I think.
you can win. I think there's a grand up for grabs for
Jesus.
anyone who wins. It's a 2-ball scramble. So
Oh, shit.
um,
So that'll pay for 5 jumpers.
there you go. There you go. And
Hell
then
yeah.
I think there's a car on offer if you sink a hole in one of the specific holes.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man. I wouldn't
And that's the
think
thing.
about it too much if I were you, to be
No,
honest.
because
No,
the
but
hole
like, I
in
feel
one
like-
is like you don't need to be that good. It's mainly luck.
Yeah, I feel like because I'm
Wow.
so unorthodox, maybe I'll putt and it'll just fly and go in. You never know.
Putt.
Yeah, I'll putt from the tee, mate.
Part of the 160 meter.
Yeah, putt's the most accurate club. So easy
Where's-
catch.
Yep. Yeah.
It's like
Sorry.
not at all, but anyway.
Words coming in from ESPN. That checks out.
No, I like the putt.
You could
Yeah,
roll the ball
so-
170 meters
Yeah,
uphill.
yeah, mate.
Yeah.
Watch
yeah.
me. That
Give it a red hot crack.
I will.
Most of our golf stories, it's always, Jake is sort of the elite athlete of golf, except for the time he almost killed mum. And me and Riley are like not so great. But me and Riley are going to be teaming up. We're going to be taking on the world, I have to say.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's exciting. I like it.
So Jake, make sure you look out for who's on the green before you. Don't want to be hitting Danny, the leader of Street X. The
Yeah,
man behind,
Yes.
man behind
good
Street X.
point.
Don't want to hit Danny on the head. That'll be like no way.
No, it should be a good fun day.
Yes.
Things
Should
that
be
weren't good or
massive.
fun this week. Oh, it depends which side of the fence
Depends
you're on.
which, yeah. I know.
How are you
she's-
feeling about things, Joe?
She's gone. Honestly,
She's gone.
she was pretty old. 96, 97, she's gone. We get a public holiday, which is pretty sweet on the 22nd.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a recurring public holiday. It's just a
Just a
one-time
one-off,
offer.
yeah.
Fuck. Because
We have a birthday.
what about the Queen's
Her birthday's coming up. Yeah, well, that's the thing. We celebrate Queen's birthday on
Monday?
Yeah, the 20s. It'll be the Monday, the 26th.
Yep.
And we've got the Thursday off for the death day, and it's just like, that Friday. Not a lot of work getting done on that one. I don't
Wait.
think.
So we're going Queen's death day,
Yep.
then Friday weekend, Queen's birthday.
Yep.
It's kind of counterintuitive.
Kind of like Jesus coming back from the dead.
Yeah, legit. 3 days later, she arose again.
Do you reckon many are going to go to work on the Friday in WA?
No.
I think it's going to be a big work from home day.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fucking oath.
I'll be off in Melbs.
Oh,
Yeah.
true.
It'll be quite exciting. They get the public holiday on the Friday.
On the Friday, yeah.
So
they
it'd
get
be a busy day on the Friday in Melbourne.
Oh yeah, people already be
drunk.
done with their morning and ready to celebrate.
And then I think Monday they're all back to work.
So does that mean we're going to get a King's birthday now? Now that King, who's the new guy?
Chuck, King Charles.
Chuck Norris. Are we going to get a new King's birthday?
Well,
or
that's
has
the
the
thing.
Queen's
That's-
birthday always been a thing?
Well, that's the thing. They're not really sure because the Queen's been, in charge for 70 years. So like, not many people were around the last time
That was a
the
different
change
holiday.
happened.
Yeah.
One thing, which is we're getting a bit political now, but one thing what happened was the politicians, they get 15 days off. It's like in the, I don't know, their rules or whatever.
Constitution.
Once the Queen, because she's the head of state, dies, there's 15 days off where Parliament doesn't sit. And
Like in Australia, or just in the UK?
in Australia and the UK as well.
The
I think.
Commonwealth.
So if you're writing the rules, put in a little holiday. But they were
Yeah, we get 15 off.
The
Going on
journalists,
14.
the journalists were
15.
asking Albanese, they're like, "Oh, so you guys are like having 15 days off? What's the deal with that?" And he's like, "I didn't write the rules. It's just there. It's not mine. I didn't write the rule."
That's so cool.
been
I
in
didn't
there
write
for
the rule
ages.
book. I just read it, mate.
And then other things that it's hard because it's been so long. So we'll probably get new money.
Yeah, I'm hearing that. Surely that's going to cost a lot. Does that mean we get rid of the old money?
No, so basically, when you get a coin and it says it'll be like 2022 coin.
Yeah.
So from here on out, they'll have Charles's face.
I read somewhere that
Which one's Charles? Isn't Charles the baby? Is he the little kid?
no, he's really
No,
old.
no, that's George.
So the king right now, he's like 70. So he's
He's
Elizabeth's
70,
son.
yeah. So that's it. This Death Day holiday is going to be coming in hot.
So this king as well, he's going to trip off in like 20 years too.
Yeah,
Oh, it depends if he
probably
gets
not even
COVID.
that.
If he gets COVID again.
And then we get... No, I
Okay,
don't even
so
care, bro. No,
Yeah.
no,
So
it's too
it
much.
goes
I don't-
Elizabeth, and she's
Yeah,
dead.
yeah.
Then it goes to Charles,
Yeah.
so he's king now. Then it'll go to William, and William. These are the ones that you start to know, like William and his
Harry.
brother is Harry, who's going out with Suits girl.
Harry's
Oh,
the
yeah.
one who had... His mum had the affair before she died in 97.
Diana, yeah. And Diana
Okay.
everyone loves Diana. Like even people who like aren't into the royals love Diana because like
She rebelled.
the royals didn't like Diana. Diana was like a bit of like a straight.
She's a bikie.
She's like got very.
Like-
They killed her.
Yeah, that's like too conspiracy, but they may have killed her.
They may or may not have killed her.
Basically, what happened
Allegedly.
was she was in a surely
The
you
car
know,
accident.
She was in a
Yeah.
car accident, and there was a lot of like paparazzi and stuff,
Yeah.
which like led to her death. And people
But there were no
wonder if
cameras
maybe
when she
the
died.
Oh, really?
car.
And they were in a tunnel and all the CCTV turned off as well.
Yeah, it was very sus.
And everyone died except for the security guard. And no one else had a belt seat on except for the security guard.
And also after that happened,
the
so
driver-
Queen Elizabeth,
Are
like,
the security guys still with us?
Oh no, he would.
I don't know, no.
Probably not. And the driver was inebriated.
and Queen Elizabeth did
I know.
not.
I know what the word means.
After she passed, like they were like talking about it in like the interviews and stuff, and like Elizabeth like didn't really seem to care that much, which may just be how she
Yeah, they
handles grief.
They didn't
but-
really cry at the funeral either.
Yeah, but yeah, Princess Diana was.
Learning a lot. I thought we were here to talk about the pies.
She's also like, she's got a lot of. I'll send you some later, but she used to wear like really cool like fashion stuff, like streetwear and stuff, like.
Street eggs.
Straight eggs.
Yeah, street. She was a big street X fan. No, she would wear like baseball caps, like sick hoodies, like she was fucking cool. Yeah.
Right. There you go.
What were we talking about? Money though.
The
I
mon-
thought,
yeah,
I
so-
thought the money stays around. I thought the money slowly gets taken out of circulation because we don't have any. I don't see any coins now.
Yeah,
unless
because that
they're
was
collected.
70 years ago.
But they're all collectibles.
yeah, so these ones now, if you start collecting your coins,
It's
guys,
like-
and your cash.
It's like the old $5 and $10 notes. You don't really see much of them anymore.
Yeah,
'Cause
because they'll be worth a lot.
Actually,
Yeah, because once
They'll
they,
be more rare.
yeah, like because now you're thinking even like a couple decades now, we might have gone through a couple monarchs. So like the old Queen Elizabeth ones, they could be worth a lot.
okay, I'll take your word
Yeah.
for it.
Keep your fivers, boys. Keep your fivers.
Keep your
Keep
fivers.
your fivers, yeah. That's
What
right.
I'd do is just put all your fivers on the pies this weekend. and
Hell
then
yeah!
Double your fivers.
50s.
Alrighty, boys. Another year swings around. Another Apple release.
Fucking oath.
Just like clockwork, it's out.
What I'm finding is that the iPhones are not changing a great deal year on year.
Yeah, I know. It's like I feel like they'll do like a big change, and then it'll just
Such
be,
as
I feel like going from the 10 to the 12 was kind of big. Going from like
the 11.
the 11, but I mean like the 10 was its own thing. And
Okay,
then the 12 was like the next iteration.
I've got the 10.
Not much different, eh? They all look the same these days.
Well, these are the last of the round ones.
Yes.
Yeah, well that's the thing. The 12 was the square one. I thought.
So they went 4 or 1, 2, 3 were round.
Yep.
4 was square, and it was like, fuck yeah, we're doing.
Yeah,
we're doing
fucking
squaresies.
square.
4 was like
Square's better all of a sudden, and we
Yep.
did square for 4 and 5, and then it was for 6. It was like, we're doing round ones again.
Yeah, I feel
Look
like-
out.
We're back to round.
Round
And then
ones
they
are
went 6, and then they went to the removal of the headphone jack.
Yeah.
Was it that early?
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 was the last one with the headphone jack.
Yeah.
True.
6
I think the SE didn't have a headphone jack.
And then they did that. They started putting letters in.
Yeah, the SE.
That make much sense to me. Where we're at now, the latest update involves the Love Island that you get up the top. What are they calling that?
They used to call it the notch when it came down. Like on my phone, it's called the notch, where it's like the little black bits that's attached to the screen.
Yep.
It's like the top bar, but it doesn't go all the way.
Yeah.
But now it's
the
almost
island,
like a
the something
pinhole.
island.
Yeah.
What are they calling it?
The Love Island.
the dynamic island.
The dynamic island, the Love Island. That's basically some of the biggest wank I've ever seen, I reckon.
You're not a fan.
Oh, I think it's fine, but to sell your entire, that's basically the biggest change that's taking place this year is the Love Island.
Yeah.
And to be completely honest, like, mate, that's where your notifications end up.
Yeah, I hate it. Like every year, they're like, it's the best battery ever. It's the best camera ever. Like
That's basically it this year. They went, this battery won't die. You get a whole day's use, which I haven't had. I haven't had more than like 2 hours use.
yeah.
recently.
And even do you remember when they got in trouble for the batteries?
Yeah.
The updates were damaging the batteries or
Yeah.
like reducing the batteries, and then you could go in and get a free battery upgrade. But that was only like a one-off thing. Like,
Yeah,
it still
that's right.
It still does that.
I remember that. I went in and got my battery.
Yeah, same. I got
Got a
mine,
brand new phone. I was
Too
like, there
easy,
you go,
yeah.
mate.
Yeah, I feel like, and then the camera. I feel like, I don't know if this is just like a novelty thing of getting it, but it's like, or maybe it's because the lens gets dirty and like a bit scratched after you use it. But I feel like whenever I get a new phone, when I got my iPhone 4, like this thing is dope. When I got the 6, this is so dope. When I got the 10R and it had the like little portrait mode, I was like, holy shit, this is life changing stuff.
Yeah.
And then I got my new one and it's got like the low light and stuff. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, sick. But now I feel like even when I do it now, I'm like, oh, it's not. Doesn't look that
do the
great.
actual cameras degenerate? Like, I think that's what you're getting at is that when you first get the phone, the cameras look real flush. Some of the photos even that I took from 4 or 5 years ago when I got the phone in the first place,
Looks good.
they look way better than the ones I took on the weekend.
You reckon?
Yeah, so there's obviously they do
Like way better.
Apple in particular, but basically all companies do planned obsolescence.
Yeah.
Which is like, we're gonna build this. In a couple of years, it's going to not work, basically. Because if they made a phone that worked forever,
Yeah, you wouldn't get another one.
they would sell one phone to everyone.
But you need a new one each year. That's smart.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who have I think it's the 13.
Yeah, I
and
got
they're
the
going
13.
towards the 14. They're like, nah, it's basically the exact same phone. They've implemented a much better camera this year.
Yeah.
In the ad, I don't know if you saw like the big pitch they did. I'm quite interested in getting a new phone because, well, this thing doesn't really work
but I feel-
anymore.
I feel like you're the market. The market isn't the people who bought last year's phone. It's the person
Yeah.
who hasn't had a new phone in 3-4 years.
Yeah, the upgrade from 10 to 14 is going to be fucking ginormous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the fun part when you get your phone to like a point where it's like so annoying to use.
Yeah.
That's when it's fun to get a new one.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Mainly because if I use it for longer than like 30 minutes, I basically need to run towards a charger.
Yeah.
And now my charging port doesn't even work at all.
Yeah, and what I find, like all these, like the brand new ones, right? Each year, like they're like so, like as we said before, they're so incrementally different. But they always talk with so much like, oh my god, this is it, and they freaking sell it. And here's a little clip from one from
Johnny Ive.
Yeah, this is from what? This was the
2000.
iPhone 5. So this was like they were actually progressing.
But even this, you could play this and then be like, guess what year it is, and no one will be able to tell you.
No.
That's true. Here we go. Let's listen to it.
When you think about your iPhone, it's probably the object that you use most in your life. It's the product that you have with you all the time. With this unique relationship people have with their iPhone, we take changing it really seriously. We don't want to just make a new phone. We want to make a much better phone.
I think they've lost that over the years. Like from the 4 to the 5 to the 6, completely different spectrums of phone. Like they look different. You can tell. Even they had the 5C, which was like the colorful one.
Yeah.
But now it's like I used to be like so like passionate about like I can tell which phone's which, and like I used to be able to like go to shops and be like that's a 8, that's a 6, that's a 4. Now it's like I go to the shops and I'm like I don't know, is that a Samsung?
Yeah,
Is that an Apple? I don't even know what's going on.
Even at work, I work with quite a wide demographic of people, and they all have iPhones, but there's no way of telling which one's which. I think literally, as you said, I think from 11 through to 13 or 14,
Yeah.
they're basically look identical.
Basically the same,
The only way you can tell, and especially now you've got like the Pro and the not Pro, and then you've got the Plus, which is just like the pluses are so
iPad.
big now. The pluses are bigger than most people's head. Have you ever tried to make a call on a Plus? You need 2 hands to get the thing up to your fucking ear.
They're too heavy.
I was kind of not surprised, but there's also the one thing that's going on with the sort of Samsung Android is like the fold.
The flip,
ones.
yeah, you fold that thing up.
But I'm sort of, I don't know. I feel like the only cool one that's done that is, I think it's like the G Flip one. It's like the
G Flip, the rapper.
G Flip, performing at the grand final. I think. But it's like the old Motorola where you like snapshot. Like that's cool. But there are ones where and I heard someone, I think I was at work talking about it, but they were saying that their partner has the that
Side
Android one where you like fold it out on the side.
It's just a skinny
and
boy when
basically
you
like
fold it.
you have it shut.
It's like a Nintendo DS.
You have it shut. It's like too skinny to use. It's so like thin. You open it up and it's like a mini iPad. It's like
not what you need.
The worst of both worlds.
But yeah, I think you're bang on the money. Like they always try to make pretty reasonable changes. Even listening back and watching some old videos, if you do have time this weekend, go back and listen to or watch some of the old videos from like only 5-10 years ago.
Yeah.
Every time they do exactly what Johnny's just done, they're like, iPhones, everyone got sick of them being blocks, so we made them round. And then 3 years later, it's iPhones. Blocks are so much better than round. And it's just like, no, you fucking told us that it was the opposite way. What are you talking about?
Yeah, they've got too many variations. I wish there was just like, this is the 12.
And the fucking cameras, if you have a look at my iPhone 6, the camera was tiny and it didn't even pop off the actual display, right? It was sunk into the actual backing of the phone.
Yeah.
That was a big selling point. It was just like, we want to build an iPhone camera that is so small but so powerful. Now you've got like this fucking thing that takes up about
lenses now.
Takes up about half the size of the back of your phone, and that's the new selling point. In the video that they released, they've got a whole set of like camera operators, boom mics, and everything, and a bloke holding an iPhone, and they're basically saying like, this is what new studio films are going to be made with. And it's just Gary holding his iPhone running behind someone.
Yeah.
I don't like
and his
that
Be Real goes off halfway through the show.
I don't like that the cameras come out because like my camera right now, my phone is pretty smashed, but like my camera's like scratched.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
From all the contact because like, I don't want to put it face down because I don't want to hurt the face that I'm touching. But then like I don't want to put it back down because then I'm hurting the camera.
It's exactly
it's a bit of a lose-lose, yeah. And then there's also that there's that other big feature they've been selling, the
this year's one,
the satellite. Is it?
Yeah, it's the crash detector. Well, their biggest selling point I think this year is that if you get in a massive crash in your car, your phone will immediately alert authorities. If you're buying a phone purely on the basis that you're going to smash your car up, take the fucking bus.
Yeah.
If you're that bad of a driver, don't worry about what phone you're getting. Worry about the car that you're driving.
Because like sometimes at the gym, maybe like after like if I'm hyping up for a set, like I'll put my phone down with passion on the bench. You know, like I'll kind of throw it down.
Oh, you reckon that'll call the cops?
Yeah, I'm like because like car impact could be like in the cup holder.
That's
and it
a
goes
good
bang,
point.
bang, bang.
Yeah, how does it? Or if it's on the if you got it on your little what are these things called? Little phones, Uber phone stand things.
Yeah.
Like it might just go.
Might not even
That's
move.
a good point. I throw mine.
Like,
I'm often at the footy. We're kicking the footy around. I was ping it like 30 meters across.
Yeah, like at what point is it launching the Princess Di protocol?
That's a great question. Can you turn? Surely you got to be able to turn that off because.
And like,
but even they had that they had the Apple Watch ad, like not that long ago, or maybe it was even the phone one where but someone was in a car crash and it was like based on a true story, and they were like, "Hey Siri, like call a."
Oh yeah, that's right.
Call a
police.
Like call the emergency service.
Yeah.
Which firstly,
we've just got 3 calls to emergency service.
Oh shit!
Just taking place tonight.
Yeah, so it's like they're really banking on this like car crash market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is buying a phone based on
the
that
people at
concept?
Apple are just like pouring oil onto roads.
Doesn't make any sense. And the testing, if you watch the video of the testing, they literally just smashed the car up and the phone's just sitting there.
And it calls the cops.
Yeah. Well, you have to set it up
That's
so that it's going to do that because you can't say that it's going to do it every single time and then the first time it gets to the car it's like, well, there's no one called.
I was at work the other day and I was like I flipped my phone around on my finger so all the visual listeners, they can see this, that I can do that.
Whoa,
and I was doing
that's sick.
I know. I was doing it at work.
Did you learn that at the Genius Bar?
No, I just flip it because I just fuck around with it.
That's so cool.
I was doing it at work the other day and I wear steel cap boots at work in a warehouse, and I was flipping it, and I dropped it. And out of instinct, I put my foot out to do like a touch. but I just steel cat booted it, slid it all the way through R30. I was like, oh my God. So if the new crash feature works, by the time I get to the freaking phone running down R30,
Yeah, you won't be the first
the
to get
cops
there.
will be there.
Emergency services will be there.
Literally.
The worst time I ever hurt my phone, it was I think it was when I had my iPhone 4, and it was I was in bed. I think I was like, I don't know, like watching something on my laptop or whatever, and then under the covers went to get up, and I really need to, like, I don't know, get a drink, go to the bathroom or whatever. So I just grabbed the doon and I just flick it up, and then I just hear this big smash on the wall. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I just launched my phone across the room into the...
Absolutely incredible. But yeah, I don't know. I just think phones aren't, especially iPhones, they're not changing.
Boys,
Yeah.
are we going to cop the new ones or what?
Oh yeah, I'm getting one on Saturday.
Hell yeah, congrats.
Yeah,
Must
yeah.
be nice.
Alrighty, boys. I love a bit of the old TikTok.
You do.
Love a bit of the TikTok. Something I noticed this week was the Harry Styles little video where he appears to spit on
Christopher Pine.
Chris Pine.
Chrissy boy.
Well,
Yes.
Give us some context. Throw some context around, Joe.
All right, so it was at the Venice Film Festival.
Huge film festival.
A huge film festival apparently.
One of the biggest.
And so it was the new film starring Harry Styles and Florence Pugh. This one's called Don't Worry Darling, because it's in cinemas October 6th.
Okay.
And before this, it was getting a lot of hype because you got Olivia Wilde is directing. So Olivia Wilde used to go out with Jason Sudeikis, Ted Lasso.
Oh, yep.
Mm-hmm.
But now she's currently dating Harry Styles, who's the lead of the movie.
Oh.
And she's the director. And she's just
She
come
the
off-
chick in yellow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In the yellow dress.
Yep.
Yes. So she's directing. She's just coming off. She did Booksmart, which is a fantastic movie.
Oh, cool.
And people are getting the hype up for this movie. And then it's got Florence Pugh, Harry Styles, Chris Pine. Pretty big cast.
It's like
What's Chris Pine in, other than like Australian government?
He's yeah.
Do you know who Christopher Pine is?
Not really. I know his
He's
face.
he's the
Yeah.
politician. Yeah. No, there's an Australian politician also named Christopher Pine.
Oh,
He's a weird dude, man.
they're all weird.
Yeah, so Chris Pine, he was in like Wonder Woman. He was the voice of one of the Spider-Man in Into the Spider-Verse.
Cool.
Pretty big movie star.
Okay.
But he's one of the famous Chris's.
Yep.
And then so everyone's like, oh yeah, cool, this movie's coming out. Feeling the hype for it. And then but not that much like chatter about it. And then out of nowhere, this video comes up. So it's them at the premiere. So Olivia's sitting there, and then Chris Pine is sitting next to her.
Yep.
And then Harry comes in. Harry's getting claps from the audience, whatever. He's probably just come off the red carpet. He walks in, and then he's
He's gonna sit next to Chris Pine.
going to sit next to him, and he stands over him, and then it appears as if he spits into his lap.
Yeah,
Yep.
And Chris Pine looks down.
because he's clapping.
Yeah,
Chris
he's
Pine's clapping, and as it appears that Harry's spitting, Chris seems to stop, look down, and
And
in
he has
disgust.
and he has this like smile, which like
It's just like
he's kind of like coy about it. Like, yeah.
It's the smile you make 3 seconds before you punch someone out.
Yeah, literally,
Yeah.
it's just like I'm so done with this.
So
But
this
the cameras are
so I saw most of it on Twitter, not TikTok, but this was one of the most intense debates on did he or did he not spit?
there. Spitgate.
Spitgate.
Just quickly, what do you reckon?
So when I first saw it, I thought, yeah, he spits because it looks like you see something out, and he definitely like looks down. Like the timing is just so perfect for
Yeah,
him to spit.
100%.
And then I had heard that there was so then because I was reading the comments and stuff, and apparently there's a lot of beef on set between the director and the lead actress. Apparently
Okay.
they had tons of beef, and then apparently also between Chris and Harry there was beef where he had called him out about like. Saying that, basically calling him out, saying that he like dresses in a way which like doesn't actually represent who he is, and he feels like he's sort of profiting off that.
So Chris is saying Harry dresses like a woman sometimes when he shouldn't.
Yeah, and feels like he's sort of like appropriating, I guess, other people who do
Okay.
that sort of thing.
Oh,
So
okay.
apparently this was a fight that happened on set, which I'm not sure if that's 100% true,
Mm-hmm.
but that was like apparently the motive for Spitgate.
Do you think he spat?
I was 100% sure because I saw there's like one angle that everyone sees, but then I saw a back angle. But unfortunately, I think it was actually edited because someone edited like
The
a
droplet.
spit. Yeah, a spit actually come out of his mouth. So there was a period where I was like, holy shit, like, yeah, he did. And then I was talking to Joe, and Joe was like, no, I reckon that's fake.
Yeah. So what do you think?
There's
Jen?
a moment here. I'm just going to quickly put it on so we can see it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell at that point. Hang on. There. His shirt collar flexes at this period in time. Ready? There. And it looks like it's spit, but I think it's just watch his shirt collar. If you just watch his shirt collar, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Yeah,
All of a sudden it doesn't look
Yeah,
as much
and
like spit.
Can I say
But the reaction from Chris immediately makes me think it's spit because
Okay.
you went on to say that
I've got a counter argument to that.
Holy shit.
So if you watch the full video, so Chris is sitting there, they're all clapping, they're clapping. He then gets his phone and puts it in between his legs.
yeah.
Then
But he
before
doesn't.
No, he does though. It's definitely there. And then before the spit happens, Olivia Wilde looks down at the phone. Then he looks at the phone and then looks up. So it's like he's put his phone down. He's got a notification from someone. He's looked at it. It's made him smile.
It's
And then he looks
sunglasses.
up.
It's sunglasses.
Are they sunnies?
Are you sure?
Look.
Are they sunnies? Oh my god.
That's not a
Fuck,
phone.
they
Wait,
are
show me.
sunnies.
That's not
What
a
the
phone.
hell?
If you watch the full video, they're sunglasses. He puts them down, and then he picks them up, and they're sunglasses.
The picking up bit, I don't think I.
Yeah, that's not his
Oh.
phone. Because I heard you, and I'm wondering maybe there's a phone as well. But no, they're sunnies.
Oh my
They're
god!
dead set sunnies. There's no phone there.
This is. If you haven't seen the video,
Maybe
you gotta watch
maybe
this
he had
shit.
phone and sunnies in his hand though.
I don't think so. That's a lot to put in.
I don't
I
know.
also there's a different perspective I heard before the phone thing. I heard that maybe
Look at this.
maybe Olivia Wilde and Chris Pine has had.
And he's not
some-
even looking down. He looks up, and then he grabs the sun. Look, right, here we go. We got a zoomed in version, and he's not looking at the phone at this point. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
He's not looking at the phone. He's glancing down here. He's not
and he looks
happy.
annoyed. But then I saw. Did you see at the end of the once the movie finished and everyone up was standing and clapping? They were like having a laugh together.
But do you reckon they're having a laugh, or are they just going, "Mate, you fucking spat on me, you dog"?
Do you know?
I don't know.
I heard.
mate.
A,
It's fucking weird though.
Knock your
hey.
teeth in.
I heard a
Go,
different.
Riley, yeah.
I heard a different perspective of that, and it was that apparently is it Clive or Chris? You say Chris?
Chris.
Apparently,
Clive.
Chris
Fucks
Clive.
Clive.
apparently,
I don't know.
I heard rumors that Chris and Olivia have had some
Here we go.
intimate relations before. And apparently, this was a perspective I heard on TikTok. The best place to find perspective.
The best way to find true.
Apparently, because periphery is like quite a 180 degree. Apparently, Chris reckons people reckon that Chris saw Olivia look down at his crotch, and then he looked down and was like, "That's what she's looking at."
Give
and
me a
smiled.
spell.
I don't
That is
agree.
far fetched.
Maybe it's a bit cheeky. Maybe there's a bit of
That is
intersexual
absolutely
going on.
far fetched. Joe, what do the people say, mate? Got any?
people.
Got anything regarding what the people said? Because obviously we asked the people of Perth, the people of Australia,
Yes. And
what's
let's
been
see-
going
let's
on.
have
We
a
had
look at what they've
56% of
said.
people say yes, he spat, and 44% of people saying no, she didn't. A lot of people went on to explain their answers.
Good.
Yes.
We had a Kiva say he was aiming for Olivia and missed.
Well, that's there's no way he'd spit that far.
Right. Olive's come in with maybe he was done with his gum, which is fair enough. You don't want to see with gum throughout the whole
cute.
movie.
Mackenzie reckons that he spat, but nothing actually came out of his mouth.
But then, is this?
Mitchy Nicholas just said because he's an asshole, so that's
Oh.
Yeah, and I've gone with my final sort of point of view on this is this. It's just too weird. It's such a weird thing to do,
It is.
Like-
it's out of character for
and it's
H.
everyone's looking at you.
Literally. This is like one of the biggest film festivals in the world.
Georgia Lockwood goes, it was his sunnies. They fell off his head a bit before the video recorded. But he took them off and then he
Oh,
put them
it
in his laps. But the smirk isn't one you do once
Yeah,
they're,
it's just
once they're
the
just
whole-
there.
But what I'm thinking, right? Obviously Harry goes on
Here we go.
what's it called?
Here we
Tour.
go.
No, the guy who does
Carpool karaoke. James
he goes
Corden.
on shows like that a fair bit.
Yeah.
So surely that's the first question people are asking.
Well, he
Did you
addressed
spit?
it. Did you hear him address it?
Harry?
Yeah, because he's back doing gigs and stuff.
Oh, what did he say?
And he addressed it live. This is what he went with.
Wonderful to be back in New York. I just popped very quickly to Venice to spit on Chris Pine.
Nah, he mustn't have done.
Yeah.
So it's either like
confession.
the arrogance of the man just to run with it. Keep listening.
Fret not, we're back.
For Harry
And
Styles.
that's it. That's just like our man just going, yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
Maybe I did spit on him. Imagine if he did spit on
Yeah.
him and that's his
And
way
I
of coming
fucking
out.
got away with it.
Yeah, and now I'm going to fucking tell every single one of yous. Alrighty, boys. It has been a hot minute since we've played this one. This was one of the first games we ever played here
It
at
was,
the MacPack
The
podcast.
second game.
One of my
Second game. Wasn't it one of the firsts? It was the second game.
yeah, it was a brainchild of mine, and one I'm quite proud of, and quite proud to have back.
Yeah, it's a vibe. And like listening back to the song, the theme song that we did for it, it's a proper vibe. I don't know if it's one of our best, but here we go. We're going back
We're about to play it
going
anyway,
back to the
so-
roots with this one.
Oh, hi, Mark. Hi, Mark. We need to guess your hi, Mark. Oh, hi, Mark. Based on some of Joe's clues. Oh, hi, Mark. Hi, Mark. It's a game between us. Who knows who will win?
It's a tune. It's not a
Yeah.
good tune.
I wasn't here for that one, so you can't blame me for it being.
The game is played by Joe. Joe does a little bit of research. He gets
a lot of research.
He gets some facts and he goes through and finds 3 different blokes named Mark.
Yes.
And then he finds some facts and stats based on those people, and it's up to Riley and I to guess which one is Mark in a game that we like to call.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Yes, I'm pumped for this one. So obviously, when I came up with the game, I was like, all right, Mark, there's tons of them. I got 3 great ones to start it off. The first one we played with
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg, Mark Zuckerberg, Mark McGowan. Obviously,
Okay, yeah.
McGowan was in topical as well.
yeah, McGowan.
Is McGowan still in charge?
Yeah, he won in a landslide. But yeah, people could shut up about him. And that's sort of he kind of inspired the game. We played it a couple times since.
Have we?
and
Once.
We've played it once since.
I think we've
Okay.
played twice.
A couple of times.
And it was
This makes it a
the
couple.
marks were, and this may not be 100% right, but I think it was Mark Ruffalo.
Yep, that was
Vin,
correct.
Vin Diesel.
yeah.
Vin Diesel, whose name is actually
Definitely
Mark.
Found that out by googling famous
Is that
Marks.
Mark Sinclair.
Yeah, that's
I'm not
right.
mistaken.
His name was Mark Sinclair.
That's
Yeah. And I don't know who the third Mark was.
probably some bullshit one. You know.
Yeah.
But now,
Good too.
Mark.
Mark Harvey.
going strong, we got 3 more Marks coming in. So we've got Mark Twain.
Oh shit.
I
Who's
don't know.
that?
I don't know who that is.
So he's a famous American author. He wrote Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn.
Fuck, how boring. You know, you can use the same marks. We have no issue. if
Yeah,
you
I like
use
to
the
keep
same
it
marks.
fresh.
Yeah.
The next one we've got Mark from the Gospel. No last name on him. no last name.
yo, what the fuck?
Mark from the
Uh,
Gospel.
The next one's The Undertaker from wrestling.
Oh, is his name Mark?
Mark William Calloway.
Oh shit.
Goodness.
Yeah.
These
gracious
are
me.
3 very different men.
I know, yes.
Those
Okay.
are good ones though.
Hard to find questions that could apply to all 3 of
What
them.
was the first guy?
Mark Twain.
Second guy,
Okay.
Mark. First,
Shania's mate. Shania's brother.
Second guy, first name Mark. Second name from the gospel.
yes.
Cool. According to Mark.
And the other one's The Undertaker.
The
Obviously.
gospel.
Obviously.
Mark.
So the game's played. We got 5 facts. and
5
stats?
facts.
Okay.
Yep.
Um,
that.
and we'll just go 1 and 1. So you get in first, and then I get to go in first the following round. Easy enough.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
First one. Whoever has the most
Just the best out
after
of the
5
yeah.
wins. Play along at home. And Jesus,
Let's just say there
good
are
luck.
some tricky ones in here.
Uh,
If we're on a
yeah,
draw
yeah.
by the 5th, quadruple points.
Can we be? Yeah, we can be on a draw.
All right, cool. All right, so the first question, okay. Which of these marks has never competed as a wrestling champion?
So Riley gets first in.
Never competed as a wrestling champion.
I reckon I could work it out.
I'm gonna go with the first Mark Twain.
Okay.
Mark Twain, okay.
I have a feeling that Mark from the
Interesting.
gospel may have got in some beef one day.
I don't-
Interesting. Now, Jake.
I'm gonna say wrestling wasn't a thing back in. He's from BC.
But maybe you go in
times?
beef.
No, he was alive with Jesus.
Okay.
How else would he tell the story?
All right, so you've got
I'm-
Mark Twain, you've got Mark from the Gospel.
I
And that
have.
one is a warm-up one, and they're all right. Because it turns out that even The Undertaker never competed at WrestleMania as a WWE champion.
What was the question?
So what?
Who has never competed as a wrestling champion?
None of them have. It's
None
a
of them.
trick.
Yeah, that was just
So
a
they've all
quick...
competed, but none of them are champs.
None of them competed as a champion.
Okay.
So no, I don't know if the first 2 even competed.
That's a little.
That one was a bit of a warm-up one, okay?
All right.
All right.
I'm sure none of you got that at home, so this is
No.
fine.
Donut still, jokey.
We're trying to work out who this game's for because it's definitely not for the participants.
It's mainly for me.
All right, second
All
one.
right,
I'm up
let's go.
first. Here we go.
All right, so this is, I'm going to say a famous quote, and you've got to say who it's from. And but when I say famous quote, I mean a quote. No, it's not a line. All right, who said this one? I am and have always been the reaper of wayward souls for a long time.
It's not going to be Shania's brother, because he doesn't reap.
Is this the
Nothing.
first one you meant? Who's
Yeah.
Shania's brother?
Mark
Mr.
Twain.
Twain?
He's the author.
Yep.
I'm going to say... Go again.
I am and have been the reaper of wayward souls for a long time.
I'm going to say it's The Undertaker.
Riley?
I'm going to have to go the man from the gospel.
It is The Undertaker.
Yeah!
It does
I don't
sound like
think-
something that could be from the gospel.
It
though.
does.
Yeah,
I
it
don't think Mark from the Gospel would talk about
Reaping.
reaping souls.
Yes.
Especially because he was just part of the
The
JC
crew.
posse, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah,
a
yeah.
disciple,
He didn't really
yeah.
have.
In
He
the
was just like a
entourage.
bench guy. He didn't really have much.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do.
he's not even one of the main ones. He was the one who wrote
Exactly.
down a lot, and that was sort of it.
Just a journaler.
Yeah, who's a better author? Mark from the gospel or Mark Twain?
No, Undertaker.
Twain.
Undertaker.
Twain.
Undertakers should have an.
Undertaker's
Do you reckon
book,
that's a-
memoir. That's where I get a lot of these facts from.
All right, third one. It's 1-0.
All
My,
right.
my shot. Here we go.
Which Mark almost drowned 9 times?
I've got to go gospel. Just because the face that Joe gave me is indicating that it definitely was not the gospel, but I've already got it. I'm thinking drowning, baptism, that whole Shania.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
I don't think it's gonna be the Undertaker.
Twainy, a freaking book author sounds like the kind of guy who would
I reckon
drown, doesn't
Twiney's a big enough nerd to be scared of water. I'm gonna
It
go Twiney.
was Mark Twain. Jacob's
Bang!
correct. He almost drowned 9 times in the Mississippi River.
In one incident?
No, I think when he was a kid or something. I don't know.
Why? Surely after like the 5th, you stop going back.
Stop
You go, you
going
know
in.
what?
Yeah,
Maybe
but
this isn't for me, Mum. I
They
reckon.
used to say him and his family stuff said that he had 9 lives because he almost drowned 9
right.
times.
How's he going now?
Huh? He's dead. Yeah, he died a long time ago.
You heard
actually.
that?
Did he actually?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
drowned.
he's
The
from,
10th
like,
time. He had
the-
9 lives, but the 10th one
Yeah,
he
the
just
10th time
couldn't.
is dead.
You
he's
heard
like,
the
he's
question?
like from like the olden days.
Tom Sawyer.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was a new one.
Fresh hits.
So now we've got 2 questions left. I have to go 100% from you.
And I have to go nil.
In order to
So
draw.
I could basically...
If you get this
I can
right,
play strat.
you've won.
I can play strat with the next one. I
Alright.
just said the same as you.
Ooh, I won't allow it.
Well, you have to answer first.
All right.
No, next time. Let's go.
Which of these marks worked as a miner?
Aww.
Isn't an author always working? You know, always thinking of ideas.
Worked as a miner. Do you know
I'm
what a
gonna
miner
say
is?
the
Underage.
Undertaker.
No, fuck. No, like in the mine.
Oh, I was thinking like Undertaker probably had a passion when he was also a young
I'm gonna
lad.
say Undertaker.
You're saying
Yeah,
Undertaker?
he looks
Riley?
rough and sturdy.
But I feel like people from the gospel. I don't know if there was mining going on back there.
Get it in.
I'm gonna go Mark from the gospel.
Ooh.
Fuck!
It was Mark Twain, as Riley would call
Oh!
him. Yeah, Mark Twain. Yeah, he used to work in the mines.
What? Have we? Yeah, okay.
Fun
no.
fact about other employment: The
What the
Undertaker
fuck?
also
Bro.
played college basketball, which is
He
kind
played,
of cool.
yeah, because he's like 6'9",
'Cause he's fucking
isn't
massive,
he?
yeah, and he decided he would just beat the shit out of people. Well, at least pretend to.
Yeah. Twiney lived a life.
He did. He actually. He's a very fascinating man.
Yeah, that's enough.
Anyway, on to the final question.
So this is out of reach for you,
Yeah,
mate. But
it's just for fun.
this is yeah.
This one's for all you guys at home.
All right. Now this one, I gotta say, this is a bit of a peek under the hood, a bit of a
Oh,
a bit of
behind the foreskin.
a bit of a reveal on the game. Almost goes to show,
gender reveal.
you know, the game. It's been fun, and we may need to start recycling some marks because this question is, whose name isn't really Mark?
Wow.
It's your shot, Jay.
No, it's your shot. You
I
go
just went.
first. No, you go first.
I just went.
You definitely didn't.
I did.
We can
I
run the
said-
tape back.
No, you went second there, so
Yeah.
you go first this time.
Correct.
I went first. I said Mark from the gospel.
Yeah, but he had already said that.
The Undertaker.
Okay, well, yeah, but it's your shot to go first.
That's not how it works. It's not. That's
Well,
not.
you're into... Bro.
It's not. hang on. It's not.
Okay, so I
Run
went
it back.
He
first.
just
Run it back.
went.
I went
He
first.
said the Undertaker.
For those listening at home, just run it back real quick. Work
Well,
out
I
who's
went
correct.
first.
Yep. You went first, then I went first, then you went first, then I went first, and now we're up to you again.
Rightio.
All right, so whose
Question.
name isn't really Mark?
Matthew, Mark. Luke and John. I'm going to lock in his correct. The Undertaker, he's already got an alias. He's already got an alias. I reckon it's freaking Twiney. Isn't it fucking Twinings?
We're going with Twain.
I'm gonna say.
There's no way Undertaker has 3 names. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. He's not going to lie. That's the most published book of all time. I reckon if he realised it's the most published book of all time and it wasn't his fucking
I'm
real
saying
name
it's the
on it,
Bible guy. I reckon it's Bible
he'd
guy.
be freaking pressed.
His name was actually Gary. But it doesn't.
No, it was also Luke or some shit, and they had to
Luke
change
part
it up.
2.
There were 2
Here we
Lukes
go.
on there.
Here we go.
So Mark from the Bible's actual name is John Mark.
Oh,
Hey, yo, what the
legit.
fuck?
So I was right.
But
Oh.
Mark Twain's real name was actually Sam.
Oh!
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
That's
So do we both get
We
points?
both,
get
everyone's
a
a
point.
winner.
At least you're on the board. At least you're
Everyone's
on
a
the board.
winner.
Congratulations.
That was a good one, Joe.
Are we winners? Because we all had to endure that, so I'm not really sure. Alrighty, boys, it's time for our favourite weekly segment. It's our only weekly segment. It's time for our Everyday Hero
And much like
for the Queen. Should we do it in the Queen's voice
Well, much
this
like-
week?
Oh.
Should we?
Oh.
Is that good? No. all right.
much like the Queen, I'll be handing over my crown this week
Oh.
to the new everyday hero.
Congratulations.
It's been a
Joey.
fantastic week to wear the crown.
Joey.
How does it feel?
It feels amazing. It's been so cool. I've been stopped in the streets multiple times.
Yeah, Friday night when we were at Matter.
Yep. Everyone.
How funny, did you see that bird? It was
Which
in the line. We're fortunate enough to be invited back to Matter this week for those playing along at home.
Matter Fridays at Magna House.
Head down. We filmed some more content in the street.
Yes.
Crowd there was
Off it.
very vibrant is probably the
Jesus.
word I'd go
Vibrant
with.
and
I don't know if
violent.
it's always like that when I go and I just don't realise.
No, it wasn't.
Or like-
We've
The
been
other
there.
week we went. It
Well,
was.
yes,
So
We've been a few
chill.
times now, and there's some genuine head cases down there.
Jesus.
Good.
Speaking of,
good
there
to
was
see though.
there was the girl that got a photo with us. Me and Jay.
Yeah, she was hilarious. She walked.
Is she the one I interviewed?
Well, you walked over
Yeah.
to her and she didn't really see what was going on. She looked at you and she's quite literally taken aback. She's like, "Whoa!" And I took 2 big steps back. She goes, "It's you!" Like she knew exactly who you were. And then she like out of awe was looking for her friends, looked right and then looked left again and saw me and Joe, and then did exactly the same thing again. Whoa! It's all of you! And then we got a photo with her.
I was wearing a sunnies for a bit.
Where
I
are?
almost walked
Yeah,
off
yeah.
with him,
Oh, yeah, she asked for him back.
yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to give him back.
Yeah, so that was a vibe.
Anyway.
Well,
Yeah, she got a photo with us and that med student guy who's also in the line.
yeah, can we get a photo?
Yeah,
And Joe and I are talking
me
to
and Jay were
this
talking
med
to this
student, and then she didn't have the heart to be like, "Yeah, not you." So she goes, "You can get in." So it's just this.
That's the game.
It's just this girl, me, Joe, and then some
Some future doctor.
Yeah, there was a few people you screaming. I love to hear.
Yeah, we love that.
Yes.
We love
More
that.
videos being shared on the Matter page soon.
Yeah, exciting times. All right, doing our everyday hero.
Yes.
Sorry to break you.
One of the GOAT segments. Really picked up lately.
All right, this one comes from Ella. Ella sent this one in. We absolutely love hearing from the people of Perth, especially when they bring heroes to the table. So if
Yes,
you have
especially.
if you have a hero, make sure you flick it in, and you can be exactly like Ella.
Here we go.
All right.
Pressure's on Ella.
This is from a few weeks ago, but she says,
This has got to top Joe.
"Today I was on the train heading to Canning Bridge, and these 2 teens came up to me, and they were asking me for a lighter.
Oh, they're trying to get a chuff of the darts.
When I told them I didn't have one, they asked to see the time."
You liar,
Oh.
Ella.
Why do they
She-
want to see the time?
Right.
Ella
First
definitely
you,
had a
First
light.
you wanted light, now you want the time. What's next? Do my taxes. Do my taxes, Ella. She goes, "I had experienced this before."
Weird.
Have either of you experienced this before?
The old lighter to time
Ratio?
Right. Yeah, it's the pipeline. They do say lighters are the gateway drug to knowing the time.
She goes, "I had experienced this before, and I told them I didn't have my phone with me."
Genius.
They didn't love that by the sounds, because they started coming at me and saying, "Give me your shoes," etc. So
Oh,
they're just taking
classic.
anything. Notice anything. As
They
long as
first wanted a $2 bic, then they wanted a $1,000 phone.
Time, which some say is priceless.
And then they wanted... Fair enough, they wanted them. And then they wanted the $200 shoes.
yeah,
Yeah.
desperate. A young man came across and he moved seats and decided to sit next to me. He must have known there was like a hot garage sale going
Yeah,
on.
he's going, I could get the socks when it's done. Yeah.
He come over and he sat next to her.
Let me look at those feet.
And all right, he come over. He sat next to her.
How old is Ella? No, go on.
As long as you have permission. A young man come across. He moved and sat next to me, and they continued on walking. The girls, that is, continued on walking and let Ella be. He didn't, so she didn't catch the young man's name or anything, but in that very moment, he was Ella's everyday hero. And that is a very brave thing for anyone to do, man, woman, or child.
Yeah, someone's getting harassed.
Especially on public transport. It happens a lot on public transport. I don't know if it's the demographic that's on the public transport, or if it's the lack of security on the public transport.
Yeah, and also you sort of, you're on the platform, you get on the train, you're sort of like...
You're stuck. Held hostage on this little thing.
Yes.
That's some
and he's coming, even just as simple as like sit down, be in a presence.
Yeah.
It's enough to get these bullies.
That's
Get
call
these
them
bullies
what they are, man. Call them what they are.
Bullies.
They're bullies. Maybe with the new, if Ella is fortunate enough to get the new iPhone, and a situation like that was to break out,
Just throw your phone.
if she just pithed her phone across the terminal,
Oh, that's smart.
cops will be there in a
Go
matter of
get it.
in a matter of
Easy, yeah.
seconds.
There you go.
But this week's Everyday Hero goes to the nameless.
Thanks for sending that in.
What are we
Ella.
going to go with? The anonymous
Ooh.
train helping hero. Alrighty, boys, that brings us to the end of another episode of the MacPack podcast.
Hell yes.
Hell yes.
We've been on our knees asking, leave us a review.
We need feedback. Good feedback.
Yeah, not like that dude last week, Sean Baines last week.
Yep, he's been blocked on all platforms.
Not quite. But this week we were fortunate enough to get a review from Charlotte Thomas, who said, the podcast is the best. I love the podcast. Every ep makes me laugh heaps and always lifts my mood. Keep up the good work. Cheers from Melbourne.
Oh, we love
Charlotte's in
it. You can
Melbourne.
go see Jakey soon.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing a live set
the Mecca.
at the MCG.
We'll send you his flight details so you can catch him at the gate.
Yeah, maybe you can pick him up.
No, don't.
CT.
Don't do
Well, yeah.
that. Here we go.
Where are you staying, hotel?
I actually don't know.
Nice.
That's a lie.
I don't know.
Cool.
There you go. I wonder
Thanks
if
for
she's
sending that in. 5 stars.
5 stars. Hell yeah. That's the most, right? That's the biggest option.
I like 5 stars.
I wonder if she's a Pie supporter.
She's going to be a
She's
come
gonna
these
be,
next
yes.
2 weekends, mate.
Bloody oath. If you are yet to find a team to support over the next 2 weeks,
Brisbane had gone on a
Fuck
bit of a
off.
run.
get on the MacPack, get on the Mighty Mags.
That's it, baby.
If you do want to leave a review, fucking head to Apple Pods, or if you just ping us. If you listen on Spotify,
Yeah, we do get a lot of those ones, but you can't read them out because they're just stars.
yeah, if you do listen on Spotify, just ping us a message and say this is my review, and then you can basically say whatever you want. You don't have to be nice at all.
Yeah.
Just be quite honest.
No one else is going to see it, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and like if it's that bad, we'll just block you. So you heard it here first. Boys, been an absolute pleasure.
Always is.
Enjoy the. Is it a long weekend? Not this weekend.
No,
Next weekend.
Next weekend, yeah.
Bend up. Here we go.
This one's sort of a long weekend.
So we've got golf on
The weekend. Boys, until we do this time next week,
The weekend.
stay safe, stay blessed,
The weekend.
and always remember to.
Go give me.
It's ciao for now, but not forever. Count the boys.